So please welcome to the show here on the Minisode. This is Telle from the Word Alive, and we are going to play an Andy Show classic called That's Bullshit. You to tell us a crazy story, and then we, the three of us, guess whether it is real or whether it is bullshit. Can you do that?
I can do that, yeah.
All right.
I already know a great story for this.
Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready.
This could have happened about 24, 25 years ago.
Okay.
So,
okay. All right, we're going way back.
So, way back.
96, baby.
Andy, how old were you in 96?
5.
So Andy was 5 years old in this world.
So I would have been 5 during this tale.
You're 5 during this tale. Picture a beautiful day. Just a wonderful. It was actually a Saturday, let's say.
Okay. Now, am I in this story? Why do I need to be a 5-year-old picturing?
I just wanted people to picture you being 5 while simultaneously also trying to, decipher whether the story is true or not. So
fine. All right. I'm here. I'm with you. I'm rolling.
Here's the story for you guys. Nice Saturday afternoon. Family and I, we were visiting grandparents in Tennessee, deep in the mountains, and my uncle is a huge fan of sunbathing. And for those of you who do not know what that is, that is you are stark naked, just enjoying some vitamin D. But my uncle in particular liked to go off in the woods and do it in like rivers and lakes and what have you. He liked being in nature and dropping trout. I don't.
So he's wearing a shirt, but he's just got no pants on in the lake.
I'm assuming he's a take your pants off first kind of guy. Saturday afternoon, I think we went down the mountain. We're getting food. Just enjoying life, visiting the grandparents. We come back. I want to say maybe it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Old school, get home and you hit the voice message machine. Blinking. You hit it.
Yeah.
My grandma's like listening through the messages she missed. She's going through voicemails, listening, and then there's one from a neighbor. Mind you, the mountain back then was inhabited by under 25 families probably on a giant mountain. So everyone's pretty spread out.
They're all families under the age of 25.
Yes, everyone, including my grandparents.
Yeah.
I was 10. I was 10 approximately.
Yeah.
So get to a message that is pretty alarming. It alerts us that my uncle had apparently been whisked off a waterfall. And was naked, completely naked. Well, actually not completely naked. He left his sandals on. He had some strap-on sandals. As I guess you do. I would personally take them off. You don't want any tan lines, but he kept them on.
Yeah, but if he's walking down into the creek,
he
might want some
That's
foot
why.
protection.
Yeah, he wanted his feet protected before he was, lounging naked on a rock. So
it sounds so comfortable.
Yeah. So apparently, he had been sitting on a rock and saw another rock that was even more tanning, I don't know, like inviting.
Tickled his fancy. Yeah.
So my uncle is 6'5" and about 300 pounds. He's just a large human being. Maybe even 320 or 340 at this point in life. I don't know. at being 10 years old, he was Bigfoot. Like, he literally was just gigantic. My dad
comes over
is...
to CB radio and they found a damn Sasquatch.
Yeah, that was the voicemail. So actually, that's my uncle is Sasquatch. My uncle apparently went to go lounge on this rock, didn't see some algae, whatever, algae.
Yes.
Slips, and because of his size, he's getting caught in the river flow, which there was some sort of undertow, and it was moving off faster than he expected. But because of his size, as it's picking up and he's trying to grab things, he's like ripping branches out of the ground. He's getting more and more desperate because as he is now realizing this river leads to a waterfall. Yes. The waterfall is, I believe, 45 or 60 feet high. And it goes onto a bed of rocks. It doesn't go into like a lake, a bigger river. It goes into a bed of rocks and just kind of spreads out for the most part. And then there's like what I would call a creek from there. It whisks him over the edge. He falls 45, 60 feet. Either are really bad.
Both are bad situations.
Lands, tries to brace himself, basically crushes almost the entire left side of his body, breaks over 100 bones throughout his entire body, including multiple breaks of the same bone. He then attempts to crawl out. Mind you, there's like no one around. He didn't have a cell phone. He was butt naked. He realizes he has one choice only. He either stays there and he dies, or he tries to climb out of a forest. He gets about a mile or two and runs into a lumber company had started chopping down trees, and they had blocked basically the only way out with a giant stack of like full like tree trunks.
Wow, this just keeps getting worse.
So he just running into obstacle after obstacle, tries to climb it, can't, falls down, hurts himself worse. Then he decides to just keep going down because there's like bluffs, and a lot of the bluffs there's people that live below that.
Yeah.
So he gets to one in particular, and he can't move anymore at this point, and he's losing a ton of blood, and he's screaming for help. Someone in a car had pulled over to just admire the view of where they were at, and happened to hear a voice, and then was like, that sounds like a man is in trouble in the forest. So they try to start climbing up. Same time, someone who lives on overlooking bluff is out, and they're admiring their view, and they hear a similar thing, and they start to climb down. One of those people reaches my uncle, and who is like dying, and the other climbs back. They have to call in a special team that can like get a 6'5", 300-pound guy out of basically like a ravine of sorts. Yeah. We come home from our great Saturday, have a voicemail, go to this house that is the house overlooking the closest entry point you can get to from there. I was told that all the kids were told to go inside this neighbor's house. I see my uncle go by, and all I could see is basically a red hump of like mass. And then they come, and lo and behold, my uncle survived and lived from this, and is still alive today and can walk. Okay. And so is this crazy story?
All right. So here's the deal. I believe this story 100%. I believe that it's 100% true, and because of that, I'm going to say it's bullshit.
Yeah, I was going to say, with all those vivid details, I think there's an obvious answer, which is that it's bullshit.
Yep. Pat?
feel like there's a lot of bullshit woven into the way this story was told. That makes me think it might be true. It's true.
Telle, which is it?
It is true.
Ah,
Every aspect of it is true.
Class. Thank you so much for sharing that extremely vivid and detailed story.
Story read like a Hemingway short story.
Yes. It's a harrowing story. Please share our condolences with your uncle for what happened 25 years ago. And hopefully he's able...
I'll show you the pics. It's of his like before, during, after thing. He got up to like 450 pounds or something like that because he couldn't like move.
Yeah.
His body was rejecting some of the body parts and organs and things from other donors and things of that nature. Like crazy thing.
Holy shit.
He survived and is now back to like he can play golf again.
Also, a tremendous cautionary tale against going naked into the woods.
That was why I wanted to tell this story, is if you felt like wandering into the woods by yourself naked with nothing but you and some sandals, just don't do it.
Don't do it. Well, I'm glad that at least it's had a happy ending in the sense that he's up and moving and able to play golf and doing stuff. So it would be much worse if it was like, and then that's how your uncle died. And then I'd be like, why are you sharing this story on our show?
This is the most depressing story.
Yes.
Instead,
anyway,
it's a PSA for a very important issue that needs more attention.
Yeah.
There are a lot of
you for
people I
coming on
feel
the
like who
show.
want to get naked right now and sunbathe in the forest. So.
The case. Thank you for coming on the show today, Telle. This was a lot of fun, and thanks for playing this crazy game with us. Oh, before you go, where can everybody find all of your shit? You're twitching, you're doing all kinds of shit.
Oh
recently.
yeah, I'm on Twitch now, twitch.tv/TelleTWA. That's pretty much where I'm investing a lot of my free time these days. And yeah, I'll see you on there.
Will you be uploading your solo stuff through your
Spotify?
Socials you're making new?
I'm not making mostly. I'm not making new socials. I'll have a new website, and I'll have my first ever solo like Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. But
great.
But yeah, you find me Telle TWA. If you just Google Telle weird looking singer dude, I'll pop up.
I Google it every day, and that's how I find you. Thanks very much, Telle. Appreciate it. Talk to you next time, bud.
All right, later, guys.